webinar trainings in February and periodically. Our vision really is to be able to have in-person trainings, and we very much love to be able to bring Dr. Tassola Garrow, who I know you've spoken, and Dr. Cheryl Grills. These two individuals have done extraordinary work. They're the ones who developed our Emotional Emancipation Circles Guide. They're the ones who brought all their passion and their lifetime of learning to this work. And so we would love to be able to bring them here to do trainings. And the idea is to just establish these places everywhere we are, everywhere that Black people are meeting, to have emotional emancipation circles, but also to train people who are in relationship with the Black community. Anybody who's working with Black people ought to be sensitive to this issue, ought to be attuned to this. So to be able to provide that kind of training, that's our goal, and we'll be in the process of doing that. But the webinar trainings are next month.
The last question, then we can open it up for a question from the audience. We talked about the trust that is needed for us to sit together and talk about certain things. From your perspective, even before we get into the room to have these conversations, how do we get folks to trust that this is an opportunity to help us?
I think we just have to go talk to people. We have to go sit and discuss. When I first started doing this work, there was really not very much resonance. People would basically say, "Oh, that's the past. Why are you talking about the past?" And I think there's more of a sense now that the past is ever present until you get rid of it, until you neutralize it, until you do something with it, until you resolve it, right? So I think more and more people really feel that. And so I think it's a matter of sitting in the room and just saying, here's our case. Here's our case. What's wrong with us? Look around. Are we a community at our best? Is this the best we can do? Is this the best we can do? No. We're much better than this. We're much more capable than this. And our children are crying out. They need us. They need us to show that we know that they're in pain. They are in pain, and we have to minister to them. And in order to do that, we have to minister to ourselves. We have to heal ourselves. And we can't wait to start working with them. Then we got to do this. What they call it, make the road by walking it. We can't wait till the work is done. We have to start down the road. We can't perfect the Emotional Emancipation Circles Guide. We got to start working it and modifying it as we go down. But the key is sitting together and acknowledging that stuff has happened. Racism is truly traumatic, and it's not in the past, it's continuing, and we have to figure out a way to process what's happened to us community-wide, across the diaspora. I mean, it's fascinating to look at this, look at Senegal and look at Paris and look at Black people dealing with the same stuff. Dealing with the same stuff. You go to Cuba, you go to these places, right? Bill?
Actually, I was sitting here thinking, just based upon my recent